2019 has been the year of Pokemon for me. Like, I've been really back into that shit this year. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Y, Omega Ruby, Heart Gold. I'm playing a lot of different Pokemon games. I'm fucking loving the series more than I think I ever have. Like, I've been reading a lot about it, learning so much. I think I'm really becoming a fan of this fucking series, and I never expected that. But the new game is coming out. Sword and Shield's coming out. This is not why I'm back into the series or anything, but I think seeing like everything the game has, like since the new direct and stuff, I think this is the most excited I've been about a video game in a very long time. Like, I can't help but say it. Like, I've been genuinely excited. I want to play it. I want to see more of it and everything like that. And I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to talk about my favorite Pokemon of all time, like my top 10. And yeah, because it's been really hard trying to find that time to do a video like this, as much as I've been wanting to do it for years. It's just been like the fact that I'm a Sonic channel. When do you upload a Pokemon video? And hope it does well. But since I'm in this channel and the new game's coming out, like hype and stuff, I figured it'd be a good time to briefly go over my favorite Pokemon of all time with y'all. Now, before we get into this, I want y'all to know that this is not going to be based on competitive stats or anything crazy like you see a lot of PokeTubers do. This is just like for enjoyment. This is more like, I don't want to say the casual fan, because I'm more in the middle of that. I'm definitely not a casual fan, but at the same time, I want this to be like more about like why I like the Pokemon, like designs and everything like that, like how they make me feel, all that kind of shit. But anyway, let's get right into this shit, and yeah. Alright, we start off this list, number 10 being Parasect. Now, I don't know if there's actually any Parasect fans out there. I don't really see too many people talk about Parasect, but I find him to be really fucking dope. The fact that he is like that one mon that can actually beat Mewtwo in Gen 1 is just really fucking dope to me. Like, he's the Mewtwo killer, if you will. Like, and he's still like that really viable pick as far as like bug types go, in general, like any gen. Like, I feel like he's that viable choice, like that safe, viable bug type if you really need that bug type on your team. And the thing that's weird is, like, I'm not really a big bug type fan. Like, I don't know, especially in the early games where they just had no fucking moves at all. Like, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of bug types, and I feel like I should be, because fuck psychic types, you know, they're really fucking busted in the early games. But Parasect is that one bug type that I really just fucking gel with. I put him on my team in any gen if I see him, if I find one. And that's just how that shit goes, alright? Number 9 is Lunala from Sun and Moon. So yeah, admittedly, I've only played a little bit of Sun and Moon, actually Ultra Sun. But I'm very familiar with Lunala. It's a legendary. Like, I've seen it here and there, you know, all that kind of shit. But this one's mainly because of the design and what type it is. I find it to be one of the dopest designs they've had in a long time as far as legendaries go. And the same goes with the Sun equivalent. Like, I really like the legendary designs in this game. Like, that's basically all I can say about that. And then he's a if I remember, he is a psychic ghost type. Like, when do you ever really come across that type? Like, I don't know, it's really unique. I think the only thing that can really counter it is like a dark type. Yeah, I just really like the design of this one. I don't really have too much to say about it. I don't have too much experience, but I like the design and I like its premise, all that kind of shit, enough to have it on this list. Number 8 goes to Espeon. Yeah, so I know y'all probably didn't expect Espeon, because it's like that one feminine, I guess, design as far as the EV lines go. Like, it's like, I don't know, that one and Vaporeon are like the two feminine ones. But so I don't think they don't have too many fans. Like, I don't really see them too much on people's lists. But Espeon, I like Espeon a lot. Like, as far as EVs go, like, I like getting the weird types, like Espeon, Sylveon. Like, I don't know, I like working a little bit harder to get those. Like, Espeon was really hard to get, if I remember, like, from what I remember. It was really hard to get Espeon, and then, so like when you got it, you know, it's like that treasure thing, you know, you like, yeah, I did this. You could show your friends, and it was like, alright, that's dope. And then Espeon is just, what would I say, Espeon is like, as far as the early games go, and I think in general, I'm not really sure about this one, But Espeon's like that, the second best option when after Mewtwo, like as far as psychics go. Now I might be wrong about that because you know Alakazam's up there, but Espeon has a really nice move pool and shit. You know, you can do some things with Espeon. And yeah, I just really like the design of it a lot too. Number 7 goes to Blastoise. Now, in Pokemon Red, I usually went with the grass type because I found the fire type to be really fucking hard. Like you had to overlevel most of the game. And then like Blastoise was like that hard. It was also kind of hard, but like in different areas. So I usually went with the grass type for this game. But that doesn't mean that I like Venusaur the most. But Blastoise is my fucking dog, okay? The fact that you can do Blizzard was a big thing for me. Because, first off, fuck Dragonite. Yeah, fuck Dragonite, man. And Blizzard would just be that goat, like that move that you could use. Blastoise, as far as late game, you had that kill move for Dragonites. Because Dragonites became like fucking, I don't know what, like ridiculous. There's so many of them and shit in Red. That's a big reason why. And I like water types a lot. As you see with this list, I like water types a lot. Alright, so number 6 is Duat. So first off, I'm not a big fan of like middle evolutions in Pokemon games. Like I know a few people who might like Ivysaur or Wartortle or shit like that. I don't know, but myself, I'm not really big. Like I like the starter and then I like the final evolution usually. But Duat's like that one time where I just really like that evolution the most. My first time playing through Pokemon Black 2, I picked the water type, obviously. That's usually what I do. I really instantly fell in love with the fucking mon, like the design of it and shit. Like I almost wanted to not even let it evolve into its final form. Like I didn't know what the final form would be at the time, but I knew I probably wouldn't like it as much as Duat's design, and I actually didn't. Like Samurot's cool, but I still like Duat a lot. But I still wouldn't make this like the final design, like the final evolution of anything like that. It's a cool, like, I guess the thing that's cool about it for me is that it's just that middle evolution, that one middle evolution that I like a lot. Alright, so number 5 is Azumarill. So yeah, I don't know if there's really any Azumarill fans out there, but myself personally, I fucking love Azumarill, okay? What can I say about Azumarill? So first off, like, if you don't want to go with the water type starter in Gen 3, I find it to be like a really good alternative. Kind of like what Camerupt is for the fire. Like I usually, whenever I play Ruby, Sapphire, I tend to go with the water type starter. And then I find that Camerupt, and that's my fire, like my go-to fire choice. This is what Azumarill is for water. Like if you decide you want to try something different. Because it's just, like I like the move, like its move pool. Like I don't remember in Gen 3. I know Gen 2 you could teach it Ice Punch. I know you could teach it Ice Beam. But yeah, like anything that Swampert can learn for the most part, it can learn because it's a physical attacker and you know it's water. It's a good little alternative. I really like I like Azumarill a lot. Like it's an underrated mon. Like as far as competitive goes, like you know, belly drum, shit like that with it, and you know it's a fucking beast. All right, so number 4 is Milotic. Now this one is, I would say, completely like I like it because of the design, like its premise, all that kind of shit. It's supposed to be like that. What would you say? Like the exact opposite of Gyarados. Like you see Gyarados, like you see its face, you know, it's complete chaos. Like that's supposed to be what it is. But then you see Milotic, you're supposed to feel like it's beauty. It's calming. You know, it's the exact opposite. Because you see a Gyarados, you're probably gonna panic. People are gonna freak out, all that kind of shit. But this Pokemon right here is just pure beauty. Like they say it's the most beautiful Pokemon. I think it is. I really do think it is. Yeah, I like Milotic a lot, man. Just based off of pure design and its premise, all that kind of shit. Even in the anime, like I remember there being a few scenes where it was just like majestic as fuck, dog. So we go to number 3. This is Swampert. So yeah, Swampert, my motherfucking boy. As y'all know, like I grew up with Gen 3. I grew up with Ruby and Emerald. Like those are, as far as Pokemon goes, still my most to play Pokemon games
to this day.
So as much as I played it, you know what starter I went with. I like water. So a lot of times I went with Swampert. Like I went with Mudkip and Swampert. And again, like I was saying with the Azumarill, you just have like fantastic move, like move pool, like waterfall, surf. I think you could teach it Ice Punch. I know Azumarill, I don't think you could in Gen 3. In Gen 2 you could, but Swampert I think you could. Like you can move tutor it in that game. So you could really like destroy some teams with Swampert, alright? Physical attacker, all that good shit. Just as far as the stars, I feel like it's the clear-cut candidate, like the one you want to go with. I don't know about other people. Blaziken's cool too, I guess. They're all cool, but I just think Swampert is like, as far as like what it has to offer, I think it's the obvious choice, you know. And plus, it's like that. It's a water ground type. Like electricity can't kill it, you know. That's not gonna be your choice. You can't kill it like that. You know, it makes it harder for teams. You got to be prepared for them things. Cause like you go online, you see a Swampert, it's like fuck. Either you have its counter or you don't. All right, so number 2 is Starmie. So let me just say Starmie. I love the shiny design of it. Let's just say that first off. Love the shiny design. I gotta have that shiny Starmie. Shout out to my boy Rick for that one. But Starmie, I love again like its moves. I love like same thing like Swampert. I love its moves. But Starmie can get Thunderbolt. It can get Ice Beam. You can do a lot of things with Starmie. You can surprise teams with Starmie. And then it's a Psychic type. You can put Psychic moves on it. Side Beam, you know? You got moves for this. You got moves for Starmie. The thing I find so cool about Starmie is that it's always like that late game Pokemon. Like you can only find it on water routes after you get Surf. I remember it was like Cinnabar Island. What else is there? Lily Cove. There's a few more. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but they're always in like late game cities and routes and stuff after you get served. So it doesn't. So when you find one, it doesn't feel like running across a tentacle or anything like that. Like it feels like you found, like it feels meaningful when you find one. You know, you worked hard to run across the Staryu, and then you evolve it to the Starmie and shit. So I don't know. It's actually like a challenge to find one in some degree, but then when you find it, it's really rewarding because like the moves that it can do and stuff. All right, so before we go over number 1, we got to go over some honorable mentions really quick. All right, so we have Ho-Ho, we have Groudon, we have Shuckle, we have Voltorb, and we have Mewtwo. These are my honorable mentions, like that barely missed the cut of my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Alright, so here is number 1. It is Raichu. Now I feel like this one's a bit obvious. I'm not sure. I'm sure my personal friends know Raichu is my favorite mon of all time. I'm so glad that Raichu is starting to get like all this love, because I've been a Raichu fan since day one, since they showed that episode where he fought Pikachu fought Lieutenant Surge. I've always been a fan since then. Like at first they kind of put Raichu as a bully, but then it ends up becoming like that mon that's in Pikachu's shadow because of popularity. So it's always been that underdog Pokemon to me that's finally starting to get its respect. And I'm glad that it's starting to be that way, because like the Alolan Raichu was like a big move. I was really excited about that. And then again, like I said, I like Raichu because of its underdog status. Like, and then I feel like Raichu, unless you have the light ball on Pikachu, Raichu is just the most obvious choice to go with as far as electrics. I feel like it's like, besides Zapdos, I feel like it's just the go-to. Like if you have any kind of electric type, I'm gonna Raikou, like any of the legendaries. Besides that, non-legendaries, I'm gonna take fucking Raichu. That's who I'm gonna take, because it's fast. It has a great move pool. Early games, I think it's only Gen 1, but it might be 2 as well. But it can learn Surf, surprise some teams with Raichu, with a Surf Raichu. Just an amazing mon. Like I love Raichu, and I love his design. I love everything about it. So that is my top 10 Pokemon. Please leave y'all's down below in the comments, and I will definitely read those. And peace.